in your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know is give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. Saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days and they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. Saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. Saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived.
Good evening, class of 2020, family, and friends. We are so excited to be here before you. The past 12 years have culminated to this moment. From our first days of preschool and kindergarten to our last days of high school, we finally made it.
Before we get started, I would like to introduce James Heyer, a student body president who'll be attending Chapman University to study TV writing and production.
And allow me to introduce my co-president, Sydney Hausman, who will be attending Auburn University to study political science.
We're ready to celebrate. Today may be the first time in a long time that we've all been back with one another. For the past 12 years, our parents, families, and loved ones have dealt with not only our but our accomplishments, challenges, and everything in between. We would not be where we are today without your full love and support, and for that, we are forever grateful.
While many of us may have been scrolling through social media and binging Netflix for the past few months, we ask that you please close out of your apps, clear your mind of Michael Scott, and silence your cell phones.
It's June 25th, and we're finally here. Let's take it all in. At this time, we ask you to please stand for the processional and the national anthem.
Welcome, graduates. Please be seated. It's been a long journey, longer than any of us could have ever expected, full of many speed bumps and detours, but we are finally here.
Today, I have the pleasure of introducing a senior class president, Paige Feeder, who will be attending Indiana University to study business management.
And I have the great honor of introducing my co-president, Libby Peter, who will be studying sociology at Gonzaga University.
As the sun rose on our class in August, we chose a quote to represent our journey from the first days of elementary school to the beginning of our senior year. Now, as the sun sets at our graduation, it proves to be even more descriptive of our experience as the class of 2020.
Our quote reads, You may not end up where you thought you were going, but you will always end up where you were meant to be. And we could not have picked one more fitting to commemorate our senior year.
No one could have predicted the way our senior year would end, that we would be logging onto class from our couch, that our senior ditch day would last 2 months, or that our graduation would be in June. This is not where any of us thought we were going, but somehow this is where we are meant to be.
We have maintained faith in ourselves to work as hard as we can and laugh as much as possible. But even more so, we have placed our trust in each other. We have cheered, celebrated, and cried together. From clueless toddlers to slightly less clueless teenagers, we continue to put our hope in one another, knowing that we're headed where we're supposed to be.
You gotta help me, I'm losing my mind. Keep getting the feeling you wanna leave this all behind. Thought we were going strong, thought we were holding on, aren't we?
No, they don't teach you this in school. Now my heart's breaking and I don't know what to do. Thought we were going strong, thought we were holding on, aren't we? 'Cause you and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, we could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, so don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever.
The rumors and all the fights, but we always find a way to make it out alive. Thought we were going strong, thought we were holding on, aren't we?
'Cause you and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, we could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, so don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever. Many bars, expensive cars, hotel rooms, and new tattoos.
The good champagne in private planes, but they don't mean anything.
'Cause the truth is out, I realize that without you here, life is just a lie. This is not the end, this is not the end. We can make it, you know it, you know. You and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, we could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. Oh, so don't let it go. We can make some more. We can live forever. So don't let me go, so don't let it go.
We can live forever.
Baby, don't you know, baby, don't you know,
We can
live forever.
As we enter one of the most consequential transitions of our lives, we are beginning our adult journeys, furthering our education, entering the workforce, and going to serve our country. But we cannot forget the important transitions that we have already undergone. This time, 4 years ago, we were signing our last middle school yearbooks, enjoying our 8th grade pizza party, and preparing for our first ever lockers. Although middle schoolers today may look like they're already 18, our years before high school allowed us to grow into who we are today. We proudly wore calf-high Nike socks, bought Aeropostale t-shirts, and made Tide Pods popular for the wrong reason. But these years also taught us how to communicate, take responsibility, and advocate for what we believe in. We were free to enjoy the things we liked, the people we inspired us, and the topics that fascinated us. And although I don't think any of us wants to relive middle school, it is important that we strive to maintain the curiosity, the fearlessness, and the confidence that we once had before high school. Hopefully this time with just a little more maturity and a little less neon.
While the last 3 months may be ingrained in our minds, the memories of the past 12 years are just as vivid for these first two speakers.
Sanjoy Gandhi participated in the theater program for all 4 years. She was served as the president of Eco Club, as well as the vice president and secretary of Thespian Society. Sanjoy was a member of 3 honor societies and participated in FBLA for 3 years. In the fall, she will be attending the University of Denver to study theater.
Over her 4 years at Legend, Chandler Fleming has participated in the volleyball program, as well as contributed to the yearbook, in which she finished as the editor-in-chief this year. She's been a part of 4 honor societies, 2 of which she was the historian for. This fall, she will be studying communication and business at Pacific University, Oregon, as well as continuing her volleyball career. Please join me in welcoming Chandler Fleming and Sanjoy Gandhi to the stage.
Class of 2020, we finally made it. We were probably thinking the same thing as we lied restless the night before our first day of high school. We had entered what was said to be the best years of our lives. Sitting at our very first assembly, we buckled our seatbelts, ready for the ride, as student government read off the number of days until we reached the ultimate goal, throwing our caps in the air and moving on to the next stage of our lives.
For the last 12 years, we've been working towards this point, sharing unforgettable moments along the way. I have countless memories of playing groundies at the local park for hours on end growing up, or rushing to the playground at school to be the ace or king in Foursquare. I remember family day in preschool, or begging my mom for a couple of bucks to buy an invisible ink pen at the Scholastic Book Fair. We all despised when teachers used popsicle sticks to call on us in class, but secretly loved indoor recess, when we got to play with silly bands or watch a movie. The first time I ever straightened my hair was for my first school dance, and I'll always remember the last song played, Don't Stop Believin', because that is how every school dance has ended. For the last 12 years, we have shared these memories. We have wrongfully disliked how simple elementary school was. We have suffered from and grown through our middle school years, and finally, we've made it through high school. Memories like these are similar yet different for each of us, yet they create connections within the class of 2020.
We can all remember walking into Legend High School for freshman orientation, looking around at familiar and unfamiliar faces, trying to see who would play what part in our high school musical story, anxiously awaiting the long 4 years ahead. We were crammed into the gym with the band playing the Titan Pride song that most of us will admit makes us dance to at football games, and the friendly giant, Mr. Jacob, riding a unicycle around the gym, making each class go crazy. We sat there as the other classes did all of Legend's proudest cheers, and we tried to jump on board, only to leave our mark in the tradition of getting booed. On that day, Mr. Jacob told us to be doers, and we definitely found more ways than one to get involved. Sadly, not all of us who heard that speech could be here with us today, so we chose to be doers for them. We chose to keep our hands in the air even for the toughest parts of the ride, not only for ourselves, but for each other. As we progressed through the years, we found ways to leave a legacy at Legend, whether it be breaking school records in athletics, to being recognized in the community for our Unified program, outstanding marching band performances, or legendary theater productions. We found who we are and who we wanted to become. As we walked in and out of the doors and up and down the halls each day, we kept our hands up on the roller coaster ride of cramming last minute for that AP Bio quiz or practicing a speech for English 100 times. Not only did we spend late nights finishing an entire book for a test the next day, or trying to master the ways of calculus, we also spent late nights making memories with our best friends and living the high school dream. We bragged about being the first class to have a senior sunrise on the bright blue turf, and we went to Artisan Pizza after the homecoming bonfire. We shook the stands as we went crazy for a touchdown at football games, and we made sure that no one touched the Spirit Bear when we rightfully won the competition at assemblies. We came together for 4 consecutive years of record-breaking wish weeks, and we broke the record for the longest senior ditch day, 2 months of virtual learning.
Virtual learning was not how we pictured our final quarter of high school. We had created an image in our mind of how high school would play out, whether it was the friends we would have, the grades we would get, or what college we would go to. A majority of those thoughts and plans have changed over the last 4 years, whether by choice or by circumstance. However, we have found ways to make our dreams into our realities when the path isn't as clear-cut. We have utilized the friends and adults in our lives to create each of our own individual pathways. Although all those bumps in the road altered that original picture, they got us here. We are a class that has been shaped by several historically significant events, like the first African-American president and legalized gay marriage. We are a class that has experienced an immense amount of technological advancements, like smartboards or iPhones. And we are a class that has been severely affected by the coronavirus, but has found ways to persevere through car parades or silly Instagram challenges. For me, living through these events and advancements has motivated me for the future. As graduates of 2020, the future is up to us. We have the ability to change the society that we live in today, further advance how we live, and challenge societal norms to create the world we crave to live in. For the class of 2020, this is our starting place.
We all had to be doers to get to where we are today. Not all of us were involved in sports or arts, but in the end, we accomplished the arduous task of finishing high school. From studying for those tests to completing the nightmare that was Naviance, we were doers. I know that we've made Mr. Jacob, the friendly giant himself, very proud. Today, we sit side by side in our caps and gowns as high school graduates who have found a way to leave a legacy that will be remembered in the history books, literally. Unfortunately, the future that we've prepared for isn't what we all planned for it to look like. Hidden behind the walls of our house or behind a mask, our future is uncertain.
But there is no uncertainty to how much we will do. We will be the educators that find a way to explain the chaos that is 2020, or the activists fighting on the front line for what we know is right. We'll be the doctors, lawyers, politicians, and change makers that will do remarkable things. We transformed from those clueless freshmen that scoffed at Mr. Jacobs' passionate be a doer speech into the leaders of tomorrow that will do what it takes to change the world. This is only the beginning for the class of 2020.
One thing is for sure, we became doers, and we will continue to be doers.
We did it.
Best of all, we graduated during a pandemic.
I just had to come back one last time. Now I know just how fast time flies, and those tags on the locker are mine. Up those stairs in that old classroom is where I did my homework and I learned to play guitar. We're ready to spread our wings and fly. I thank this place for teaching me and seeing the hope in me and preparing us for leaving. One day we could be someone else. I hope that maybe we could find ourselves. I'm so ready to go, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the school that built me. We look forward to leaving for years, from in-state to across the country. Plans were drawn and choices made, and score by score, grade by grade, we made leaving our dream. I thank this place for teaching me and seeing the hope in me and preparing us for leaving. Out there we could be someone else. I hope that maybe we could find ourselves. I'm so ready to go, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the school that built me. You leave home, you move on, and you do the best you can. I'll go out in this wide world and find out who I am. I thank this place for teaching me and seeing the hope in me and preparing us for leaving. Out there we could be someone else. I hope that maybe we could find ourselves. I'm so ready to go, I swear I'll leave. Won't take nothing but a memory from the school that built me.
For many of us, going into freshman year was one of the most frightening and confusing times of our lives. We were all zoned in on things like finding our classes and lockers, things that seemed like survival situations at the time, when in reality could not have been more simple. We all took our first PSAT, something that we were probably very stressed about, but looking back, you probably don't even remember your score on that first little practice test. We all experienced our first school dance, awkwardly standing around, fixing our ties, and thinking about how our feet were beginning to hurt. It was a time to embrace being afraid, but we broke all of those barriers together. Looking back, freshman year was kind of like a 7-day free trial of high school, and I'm sure a lot of us wish we could go back.
As we ended the first year of high school with new experiences, new relationships, and new identities to carry with us, everything felt a little more comfortable. There were familiar faces in every hallway. We no longer got booed at assemblies. We knew to be on time to strength class, or we would find ourselves in the learning position. We were no longer awkward and clueless freshmen. We understood the way things worked and began to ask the questions, who will I be at Legend? Where do I fit in? And how will I make an impact? We tried new things, created new clubs, and met new people in the quest to discover our role within the cosmos of Legend. Sophomore year was a landmark of freedom for many of us as we finally got our highly coveted driver's licenses. The sense of freedom allowed us to fully embrace the new changes in our lives and pursue our passions at Legend. There were many reasons to celebrate the year, including Legend's first ever state championship title, and we got to enjoy every moment while we explored and discovered our identities as high schoolers.
Junior year, we were no longer the underclassmen. We had walked across that gym to the other side. The freshmen and sophomores were finally scared of us. When we started junior year, we started to think of the SAT and the ACT. Taking it 5 to 6 times became a norm for our class. AP classes became all that we knew, and we finally had our first off period to go home and nap before we started our loads and loads of homework. TikTok had taken over, and Musical.ly was thankfully left in the dust. We weren't in the back for any of the sports games. We were up with the crazies, yelling the chants and dreaming of the days that we'd be up against that fence. We were older and much more mature than we were last year. We had grown up. It was almost time to start touring colleges and deciding what careers we may want to pursue. We were so close to being done, we could almost see the finish line. Our next 2 speakers not only understand what the first 3 years of high school meant in our journey, but have also taken the time to reflect on the perspective they provide us. Jess Green participated in many things at Legend, including managing the 2-time state championship softball team for 3 years and receiving academic All-State twice. Jess will be continuing her education at the University of Colorado Boulder in the program for exploratory studies.
Briar Moore played volleyball for Legend all 4 years and was a part of the first team in Legend history to make it to the Final Four at state. She was a part of 3 honor societies and was on the planning committee for the Legend Shine Summit. Briar will be attending Illinois Institute of Technology to major in civil engineering and play volleyball. Please join me in welcoming Jess Green and Briar Moore.
What do you let define you?
Sports,
Your job?
friends.
Your possessions?
From first dates to first handshakes, we are commonly asked, "What do you like to do?" Or, "What are your hobbies?" These surface level questions follow with answers like, "I play this sport," or, "I hang out with these people." While these answers sound like our Instagram bios, for a slight second, we are tempted to tell the story of our true being. What happens when the normalities of life are put on hold?
Sound familiar, class of 2020? In March, when life was normal, we were comfortable with letting our pastimes define us. It is safe to say that the countless times Mr. Jacob told us to be adaptive and responsive in the Coliseum over these past 4 years is finally being put to use. With positive intent, we are proud to say that we are a part of the one and only class experiencing this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of being seniors during this unprecedented time.
Over the past 4 years, the lessons we have learned were not in the classroom. We had to learn how to define ourselves from within and write our own story.
At past graduations, the seniors have said to write your own story, but this saying has taken on a new meaning for the class of 2020. Our whole lives, we have believed our story was already written for us, as if the approaching pages were already filled.
Back in March, we were testing positive for senioritis. Little did we know what was coming. We didn't know that our pages were being wiped clean and that we were being challenged to write new ones.
Throughout our 12 years of education, we have become accustomed to a strict schedule. Wake up, go to school, try and find your ID before you go off for lunch, go to work or practice, go home, do homework, go to bed, and wake up and do it all over again. From unexpected snow days to random fire drills, we have always had a plan laid out for us. Even during freshman year, we spent homeroom filling out Naviance forms for a future we couldn't even comprehend.
While we are so fortunate to be surrounded by a supporting community and to attend a school that provides us with opportunities to always be prepared, even Mrs. Deal couldn't send out an email to prepare us for the events that followed. This adverse situation can be viewed from many different perspectives. While it has negatively affected us, there have also been many positives that have come out of it.
With the pen in our hand, we are ready to utilize the things we have learned during this time to assist in filling those blank pages. We have learned not to take the normalcy in life for granted.
Many of us can admittedly say we miss hearing the joke of the day,
Going on a 15-minute bathroom break to fika.
anticipating which Christmas outfit Mrs. Harris will wear each day in December,
What color her hair will be this week.
or even Cordova announcing backpack check on the intercom.
Although small, these experiences have opened our eyes to see all aspects that impact our story.
It is safe to say that we are all content and pleased with who we are as individuals without the externalities. Class of 2020 has taken this new free time to focus on the smallest parts of our story, even if it means taking a few extra seconds to write it. We've spent more time with our families, tried new hobbies, made way too many TikToks, and found new ways to learn outside of Legend.
We are truly a class of innovators and have learned that we are in charge of our future and in creating our own milestones despite the uncontrollable circumstances. Have we missed out on senior events like Tunnel of Tears, Senior Ditch Day, and Senior Prom?
Yes, but just like our prom dresses, our plans are being altered to fit the new circumstances. We know deep down that the most fulfilling things during senior year and in life are the feelings, memories, and relationships that can't be planned. The smallest moments become the biggest memories, and those are the things that cannot be taken from us.
Together, we will not let predicaments define who we are because we have experience in being resilient. We are no longer defined by sports, jobs, or activities because we have taken the time to dig deep and appreciate the young men and women we have become.
When posed with the question, "Who are you?" we will no longer answer with the cookie-cutter definitions that life provides us with, but with the true personality traits that make us unique and special to this world.
As the class of 2020, we know who we are. We're ready to leave our mark on this world. No matter what conditions life throws at us or how many times the pages in front of us get erased, it is certain that we are more than prepared to face them.
We define who we are.
We define our own story.
We are not the class of COVID-19.
We are not the class of coronavirus.
We are the class of 2020. Thank you.
I'm lost in introspection, how my life has rearranged. Scrolling through the yearbook photos, seeing how I've changed. It's so surreal to see the person that I was right next to the person I've become.
We've reached the curtain call, and so I'll take my bow. The story now for me will change, although I don't know how. After all the laughs we shared and all the tears we cried, for now let's just enjoy the ride. As I venture off into the great unknown, never knowing where the road is gonna go, will you stand by me and hold my hand in yours?
And take me through the open doors.
The late night drives and movie nights, the time spent with our friends. All those moments bring us here to where the story ends. You never know the value of a moment till it's gone. Here's to letting go and holding on.
Oh, we've had so many memories that we never trade away. Though we may hope and pray for just one more day. Memories that will make an impact, moments that will last. Here's to the future and the past.
As I venture off into the great unknown, never knowing where the road is gonna go, will you stand by me and hold my hand in yours?
And take me through the open doors. Though I may have to leave it all behind,
They'll be forever in my memory and mind.
And even when you think you know the aftermath,
Life throws you down a completely different path. Oh,
the story now will change, for better or for worse. We'll turn the page, we'll turn the page, we'll turn the page, and we'll see.
as
As I venture off into the great unknown, never knowing where the road is gonna go, will you stand by me and hold my hand in yours? And take me through the open doors. As I venture into the great unknown, never knowing where the road is gonna go, will you stand by me and hold my hand in yours and take me through the open doors? And take me through the open doors. Take me through the open door.
Our last years of high school, we finally made it. This year, we have gone through more than any other class before us. Yet, we have still managed to make it one of the most exhilarating senior years of all time.
From yelling at the top of our lungs and receiving the Spirit Bear at assemblies to hitting the local hotspots after our last football game, the last 4 years have led up to this time, and we're set on living it to the fullest. We've played Powder Puff, raised more money than imaginable, dressed in our togas, and maybe even had senioritis a couple of times.
This year has been full of memories with our friends, classmates, teachers, and families. As the school days grew shorter, so did our time in high school. And now, here we are, nearing the end of our journeys.
All of us, as a class, are heading into new directions and starting a new life away from each other. But with every ending, there's an even better beginning, and we'll never forget the times we shared walking through the hallways of Legend High School.
Whether Legend has been your home for the last 4 years or just a few months, we are all connected by our time here. We are all Titans, and the class of 2020 is all family. That doesn't change today. When your name is called, your impact on Legend will not disappear. Remember the challenges, celebrations, and cheers. 2020, we will always bleed blue and orange.
As a class, we have been through so much together. There's been success and heartbreak, struggle and triumph, but today we come together to express gratitude and appreciation for all of those who have helped us get here today.
To our community, thank you for allowing us to create such amazing memories and accomplishments through events like Wish Week and Homecoming. Thank you for putting up with our lunch rushes and our extremely long traffic lines every morning. At this time, we would like to ask our school board and DCSD cabinet to please stand. We would like to thank you and the entire DCSD faculty. Without all of your support and participation, we would not have had the same amount of success over these last 4 years. And for that, we are extremely grateful.
And now, for the man who towers over us in the hallways, the only person who can ride through the Coliseum on a golf cart and make an entrance on his pogo stick, Mr. Jason Jacob.
Thank you, James. It is amazing to be out here with all of you tonight and seeing all of you students in your Titan blue. What a beautiful night. I'd like to start off with some thank yous. First off, to the school board, Dr. Tucker, Ted Knight, Derek Cheney, Sue Dakovic, district leaders, and my colleagues across the district principals for working tirelessly to make this event happen for us. There's many, many plans, many meetings that happened to get where we're at. So a round of applause for those individuals, please. I'd also like to thank Mari Farley. Please stand up over here. Mari Farley, I know you don't want me to do it. Miss Deb Towser, stand up over here. Miss Cindy Jones, who's over there. These are the ladies that help coordinate and work with our students to make this event happen. Thank you so much for everything you do. All the Legend staff, could you please stand? Advisors, teachers, counselors. Without these amazing staff members, our students would not be here today. Legend teachers, counselors, advisors, thank you for all those extra hours that you put in outside of the classroom, at other events, outside, within the classroom. You guys do an amazing job and help lead our students into who they are today. Thank you very much. I would like to take a moment to honor a staff member that passed away during the school year. Miss Jeannie Tiffany was not just a Titan, but she was a longtime employee of Douglas County. She was a counselor extraordinaire and was loved by many. She impacted so many staff and students in her career. She will truly be missed. We love you, Jeannie. I'd like to give a special congratulations to our Teacher of the Year. It's also known as the Toady at Legend High School. Will Mr. Eli Moore please stand? Eli, I told you to stand. Just teasing. Eli is filled from head to toe with passion for Legend High School. His heart is bigger than he is. He was the pulse of our school this year. His work ethic, loyalty, care for others, and love of his students and Legend was truly greatness. Thank you, Mr. Moore, and congratulations. I'd like to give the biggest thank you to all of our students that are out here performing, our speakers and our performers. Please stand again. You guys are truly amazing. This ceremony is for you, run by you. You guys are absolutely amazing. Congratulations on being up here and representing your class and our school. Parents or guardians of one of these fine graduates, please stand. I'm sure you guys could use a little stretch break. Go ahead and stand up over there in the stands. Parents, stand up. Students, please stand up and applaud your parents. Students, stand up. Look for them in the crowd. Wave. All right. Yeah, you can sit. Please be seated. Now, parents, I reference this quite a bit, but it always provides perspective. Remember back to 8th grade parent night. I make that comment. I hear some people laughing because I know there's tears that happen after this. I talk about 4 summers and how fast those 4 summers will go. Well, here we are in this moment. Time has flown by, and I have 3 words for you. You did it! So as you're sitting next to your loved one, give them a kiss, give them a hug, give them a hand squeeze. Because roughly for the last 18 years, your time, effort, raising your child, nurturing, caring, supporting, arguing, crying, smiling, laughing. You too, in a sense, are graduating and get to move on to a new experience with your son or daughter. Thank you for all of your support of your student and their journeys here at Legend High School. Students, you make Legend legendary. You have valued many relationships with your peers and staff. I want you to take a moment and think about those relationships with each other and with your teachers and with other members at Legend High School. They will never be forgotten. Always value relationships. They are the foundation to all the climates and cultures. Seek to understand, gain perspective, empathize, care and try, and most importantly, do it face to face, or at least in person. Don't do it behind a screen. Don't do it on a phone. That face-to-face piece and talking with each other is something that is so important in valuing relationships. You've all made the most of your opportunities Legend has had to offer and pursued your greatness. Now, some of these have already been mentioned, but they're worth mentioning again. Mr. Jimmy O'Hare is being named the second student from Legend to be awarded the Daniels Fund Scholarship. Yes, please feel free to applaud as I go through this. All of our senior award recipients and our senior student of the year, Miss Paige Feeder. Being part of the volleyball team that was in the Final Four, beating Chaparral for the first time and was nationally ranked. Being part of the best school record in football and winning our first ever playoff game. And I remember vividly standing over here on the sidelines on the 20-yard line, and Mr. Blake Rayrog was just running over a guy from Ponderosa, and I loved watching every minute of it. Maybe greatness was being a state qualifier within your sport. Greatness was coming together as one family during Wish Week and raising over $115,000. Some of your greatness was being members of the best band, color guard, or choir in the state of Colorado. Greatness was creating an award-winning yearbook. Within art, your greatness was a Scholastic Regional winner, receiving a gold key. Miss Saranda Nugent was one of 2 Douglas County students that received a national silver medal for her art portfolio. Some of you pursued greatness by participating with our Unified program and helped Legend become a national Unified champion school. Greatness was being part of the EDGE program at Legend over the past 4 years. You took a chance to go down a different educational path. You overcame the many obstacles it takes to build a new program. Thank you for your perseverance and commitment to Legend and the growth of our EDGE program. Greatness is being part of the top Technology Student Association in the state of Colorado. There were 28 students who placed in the top 3 in the state and qualified for nationals. Greatness is the 53 students who received industry certifications and 14 individuals that completed professional internships. Greatness was leading the largest DECA program ever at Legend High School. Over 82 students qualified at state with 27 finalists and 15 national qualifiers. One senior, Miss Rachel Absher, is our first ever state champion at the DECA competition. Greatness for many was the amount of AP classes that you took and or conquered while you were at Legend. And for some of you, greatness is graduating while you've been battling cancer or other illnesses you've had to persevere and overcome to get where you are today. Or finding ways. Or also finding ways to support your family during times of stress or loss that took you off the path for a little while during your journey. I would like to take a moment of silence for those that could not join us in attendance. Thank you. Greatness is due to your involvement with community service or being a National Merit finalist, an Eagle Scout, or joining the military. For those of you enlisting or going to the military, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. Greatness is being one of the over 300 students that were inducted into the Honor Societies this fall. Or how about the 244 students that achieved honors, high honors, cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude status for academics? At this time, I'd like our honors students, 3.5 to 3.74, there's 79 of you, please rise, be recognized. Be seated. Well, our high honors, 3.75 to 4.0, there's 76 students. Please rise. Be seated. Our cum laude, 4.01 to 4.2, we have 62 students. Please rise. Magna cum laude, 4.21 to 4.29, we have 16 students. Please rise. Be seated. And finally, our summa cum laude, 4.3 and above, we have 11 students. Please rise. Be seated. Congratulations to everybody on all your academic achievements. And finally, greatness for some of you might just be simply graduating. There's lots of greatness pursued by our amazing class of 2020 here at Legend High School. Students, as you continue to pursue your greatness after Legend, my challenge to you as you move forward is you guys are doers, but I now want you to be the change. Our world needs you. We need your positive, innovative, and caring leadership. You've all experienced so much at Legend over your 4 years, and in a short time, these last 4 months with COVID, the economic struggles, and the social injustice that has impacted our world. You have seen and heard the positive and the negative. Continue to educate yourselves. Be caring listeners. Be brilliant thinkers and build relationships. You have the capacity to be the change. Do it in a respectful and responsible manner. Our world is in your hands. You will make a difference. You will have an impact. You will be the change. When you walk across this stage with your name being read, it's kind of like a rite of passage into the next phase of your life. Be confident, value relationships, create memorable experiences, and continue to pursue your greatness. We never say goodbye at Legend, we say see you later, meaning I want you to come back when you have a moment to share how you're doing and or contribute, be an alumni. There's one last thing that we need to do before I invite Assistant Superintendent Ted Knight to the stage. I need Mr. Heyer and Mr. Huey to come up here and join me. Legend tradition, we got to ride the Titan one more time, everybody. They're going to do it without the mic. I think you guys know what to do. All right. We had to ride the Titan at least one more time. All right, students, at that time, I'd like to invite Assistant Superintendent Ted Knight to the stage. Mr. Knight, this, the 9th graduating class of Legend High School, the class of 2020, has met all requirements set forth by the state of Colorado, the Douglas County School District, and Legend High School. Graduates, will you please rise? Mr. Knight and the Board of Education, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2020 from Legend High School.
On behalf of the Douglas County School District and the Douglas County Board of Education, it is my privilege to accept the 2020 graduating class of Legend High School. Congratulations.
We would like to take another moment to thank our families. You have watched us grow from the time we were babies to finally graduating high school. We have learned from you and grown because of you. From helping us with our first grade science projects to trying to understand our calculus homework, you have been there every step of the way. Thank you for your patience and unwavering support.
To teachers and staff, thank you for your constant support and guidance through each and every one of our journeys. From showing up at 7 a.m. to help us cram before a big test, to staying after school until 5 p.m., hosting club meetings or coaching sports. Your sacrifice and dedication has not gone unnoticed. Even when we missed a Zoom meeting or two, you were always there for us. And a special thank you to those of you who have been supporting us since before the era of online meetings, including our feeder school principals like Kelly Bainbridge of Pioneer Elementary School.
Students, you can be seated. We also have Kirsten Bloomfield of Iron Horse Elementary School.
Jenny Brown of Gold Rush Elementary School.
Kirsten Hall of Frontier Valley Elementary School.
And Chris Zimmerman of Cimarron Middle School.
And now for the moment we've all been waiting a dozen years and many months for. It's time for celebration and recognition, the last moments in our journey together. Today we have 8 faculty heralds reading names. These people have worked tirelessly to support us. Thank you for your dedication to our class as a whole. Please join me in welcoming
Celia Harris,
Christy Skelton,
Jenna Butler,
Eli Moore,
Tina Stroman,
Colin McCusker,
Kristen Shirk,
and Michael Cordova.
Sydney Maxine Hausman.
Paige Christine Feeder.
Michael William Warnick.
Hayden Matthew Duncan.
Danielle Marie Vanderheiden.
Sanjoy Gandhi.
Leah Christine Weich.
Sydney Marie Dreiling.
Brady Joseph Meinhardt.
Jacob Fielding Barnum.
James Thomas Heyer.
Elizabeth Jane Peter.
Corbin James Spratt.
Chandler Jane Fleming.
Breyer Michaela Moore.
Jessica Ann Green.
Isabel Ann MacDougall.
Ethan Michael Barr.
Lucas Martin Barda.
Brendan William Herod.
Bruce Anthony Abruzzi.
Rachel Catherine Absher.
Vicente Xavier Acuna.
Calvin N. Poncelet Adams.
Riley Brett Aarons.
Caleb Michael Alba.
Tristan Curtis Acala.
Annalise Marie Alonso.
Ethan Brett Alvey.
Janessa Lene Aragon.
Catherine Elizabeth LaFollette Arnold.
Emma Grace Atchison.
Jackson Reed Atwood.
Shayna Brooke Oster.
Ariana Marie Ayala.
Unvi Genevieve Back.
Dmitry Scully Belisopolov.
Hunter Eli Ball.
Isabella Victoria Bartels.
Chloe Ann Bash.
Gabriel Raymond Battizi.
Kyle Ray Baumgardner.
Nathaniel Levente Battizi.
Matthew Holden Beam.
Nicholas Adam Budoin. Elijah Benjamin Bennick.
Emily Elizabeth Bentley.
Shelby Lynn Birkencotter.
Madison Renee Blackburn.
Michaela Jean Blair.
Jared Scott Boatwright.
Leah Kathleen Bonell.
Chloe Marie Bott.
Josephine Elise Boudier.
Peyton Riley Brink.
Bracken Paul Brinkle.
Joseph Brandon Brittenham.
Jameson Tarver Brookhart.
Kate Elizabeth Brunetti.
Peyton Elizabeth Burke.
Vaughn Burke.
Aubrey Marie Butterworth.
Mason Thomas Burnside.
John Kenneth Carmichael.
Benjamin Giovanni Campanella.
Paddy Elizabeth Cha.
Thomas Charles Caddo.
Blaine Allen Charlson.
Grace Elizabeth Chaffinch.
Joseph Michael Chardulo.
Daniela Maylee Chun. Nathan Charles Clark.
Molly Elizabeth Clausen.
Alexander Gary Clear.
Tessa Jacqueline Laura Klolinger.
Cole Edward Coates.
Connor Daniel Calasano.
Tyler Austin Caldwell.
Trey Anthony Conquest.
Rory Evan Cottrell.
Rachel Elizabeth Viola Cox.
Zoe Ryan Cox.
Carson Timothy Fazio Kramer.
Ella Bailey Crandall.
Rebecca Jordan Curtis.
Alexis Rose Delisandro.
Garrett Michael Dalton.
Nicholas John Delisandro.
Jade Michael Davis.
Bree Ann Davy.
James Prather Dean V.
Lindsay Grace Dean.
Evan Dominic DeCapit.
Zachary Noah Decker.
Gabrielle May DeRose.
Adit Samir Desai.
Rachel Jean DeRose.
Hannah Rose Dedder.
Megan Joy DeWeese.
Emma Paige Dobreck.
Jordan Taylor Dockery.
Morgan Dawn Dodge.
Casey Jacob Douglas Doomer.
Thomas Christopher Dooley.
Alexandra Lillian Dorscheid.
Rohit Carl DeSouza.
Jonathan Tyler Ducat.
Ronick Tristan DeSouza.
Grace Catherine Dulay.
Megan Judy Durden.
Haley Marie Dutton.
Blake Robert Edson.
Rafe Soto Edwards.
Madeline Naomi Elder.
Andrew Charles El Haj.
Ryan Patrick Elkin.
Victoria Faye El Haj.
Emerson Grace Elia.
Jaron Jeffrey Erickson.
Lucas Spencer Erickson.
Devin Ivy Grace Evans.
Lauren Nicole Evans.
Bria Wenning Everett.
Enzo Thor Ivari.
Jessica Lauren Faber.
Jared Franklin Farrenbrook.
Hallie Marie Fangman.
Cole Dennis Farinays.
Alyssa Christine Fast.
Cassidy Danielle Fallhaber.
Zarek Anthony Favorel.
Abigail K. Farron.
Ryan Michael Fierro.
Brianna Lynn Farron.
Shaylin Grace Flaherty.
Teresa Claire Fletcher.
Dean Hanson Forsland.
Robert Michael Foster.
Sarah Elizabeth Fox.
Jack David Fredo.
Aiden Kane France.
Nicholas Daniel Fusa.
Benjamin Joseph Funk.
Sean Felix Fusa.
Mason Edward Gadden.
Lucas David James Gardner.
Jewel Elizabeth Garrick.
Taylor Jade Geyer.
Larissa Victoria Guyland.
Cameron Kincaid Geyser.
Richdale Grace Hinchineo.
Julia Renee Geving.
Shaheen Gamari.
Madison Eileen Gibson.
Tyler Robert Gish.
Ethan Reed Glowacki.
Lauren Mache Goebel.
Alexa Jean Gonzalez.
Zachary Noah Gottlieb.
Tyler Allen Graziosa.
Kelsey Ann Gregston.
Hannah Kim Griffin.
Tyler Rusty Griffin. Camden Ian Gurley.
Riley Jane Hager.
Aiden Caleb Hanneman. Eric James Hansen.
Trevor Michael Hanish.
Aiden Shane Harris.
Jenna Allery Hansen.
Jacob Christopher Hatton.
Thomas Stephen Hassler.
Joshua Leroy Hempelman.
Kendall Marie Helfrich.
Adrian Alejandro Hernandez.
Caitlin Marie Herbert.
Catherine Elizabeth Himmel.
Kelsey Lee Hernandez.
Ricky Ray Hilton.
Hunter Brigitta Hoadley.
Wesley Ray Hilton.
Zoe Lane Hoagie.
Bailey K. Hohenschel.
Sierra Rose Holmes.
Joseph Stephen Holguin.
Wesley Levi Holmes.
Eric James Holt.
Joshua Michael Huey.
Clara Jean Hosman.
Tessa Fionn Heyer.
Anita Isabel Huaman. Spencer Joseph Hughes. Matthew Bradley Irwin.
Lindsay Christine Gerard.
Hannah Nicole Johnston.
Trevor James Jones.
Morgan Noel Jorgensen.
Ariana Katkodian.
Akash Kalagara.
Connor Patrick Kane.
Arkady Andreevich Karasev.
Megan Marie Kasari.
Blake Killian Cott.
Samantha Lily Ketter.
Cameron Elizabeth Keith.
Andrew Michael Kindred.
Jamie Kim.
Raquel Julena Kirch.
Parker Stephen Kinslow. Emma Jane Kirschbaum.
Kira Rose Clay.
Preston Scott Klinker.
Veronica Sarah Knott.
Allison Nicole Kramer.
Angelica Krasneski.
Lauren Alexis Kraus.
Benjamin Mark Creek.
Joseph William Burge Kratzer.
Grace Christine Crumwitty.
Hudson J. Cruz.
Ryan Lynn Kuzman.
Stephen Robert Kuyan.
Grace Elizabeth Lamana.
Andrew Robert Lapointe.
Madison Nicole Larkin.
Brooklyn Noel Larson.
Peyton Marie Larson.
Sydney Noel Lawrence.
You can see me?
Ashley Marie Lawson.
Addison Brooke Lederer.
Ashlyn Jade Liebelt.
Liam Iverson Lease.
James Harrison Lemons.
Luke Christopher Lepsinski.
Cameron Emery Levan.
Emmeline America LaWarn.
Lauren Riley Lewis.
Hannah Reed Lydell.
Gavin James Lillyhorn.
Seth Asher Lindsay.
Zoe Evan Irie Lofton.
Grady Matthew Long.
Hope Manhattan Long.
Harley Ray Mariah Lopez.
Allison Rose Lowe.
Nicole Ray Lucier.
James Tavish MacDonald.
Brady Pence Madigan.
Paige Ashlyn Madrid.
Haley Paige Meduja.
Nicholas Thomas Mancuso.
Emma Elizabeth Markham.
Amy Kathleen Marshall.
Austin Fletcher Martin.
Jacqueline Stable Martin.
Paris Nicole Martinez.
Kai Stephen Mashman.
Benjamin Mark Maston.
Samuel Jacob Matthew.
Robert Adam Maynell.
Jared Pendragon McChesney.
Colin David McCormick.
Camille Rose McCowan.
Riley William McCowan.
Jordan Marie McDonald.
Ian Joshua McGee.
Asher Rye Mead.
Jack Ripken Meganhart.
Kirsten Dodge Melinder.
Zachary William Mellema.
Ashley Nicole Menard.
Ashley Marie Mezzi.
Bryson Russell Miller.
Megan Marie Middlestat.
James Tanner Moeller.
Olivia Rose Montgomery.
Blake Austin Moore.
Wyatt Andrew Montgomery.
Sydney Elizabeth Moore.
Megan Ann Morphew.
Haley Elizabeth Morrison.
Emma Brecht Mortimer.
Gentry Ryan Morton.
Selma Moyazinovich.
Haley Nicole Murphy.
Clara Gail Naylor.
Michael William Nethercott.
Ellie Tosh Newman.
Aslan Janae Nugent.
Gilbert Isaiah Nunez.
Sarandon McKay Nugent.
McKenna Riley Neisted.
James Rick O'Grady.
Allison Odekirk.
Grant Rhodes O'Malley.
James Robert O'Hare.
Caleb Andrew Olmeyer.
Jack Andrew Omart.
Ketsia Francesca Ojeda.
Matthew Reed Olivet.
Chloe Justine Osborne.
Brooke Renee Oswald.
Bjorn Lars Osgood.
Catherine Sandra Oswald.
Jordan Trinity Page.
Sukriti Pangasa.
Sean Robert Pelton.
Sage Ann Pendleton.
Lauren Elizabeth Pennington. Bryce Vincent Percival.
Zachary Ara Pafister.
Brooke Rochelle Philbin.
Paul Jonah Picard.
Braden Alexander Pitcher.
Mitchell Rob Plen.
Grant Christian Podaski.
Michael Patrick Poffel.
Kaya Lee Posey.
Keenan Brady Powell.
Pierce Sammy Travis Posey.
Jonathan Taylor Power.
David Prado.
Justin Luke Prihodko.
Morgan Nicole Preston.
Megan Riley Pritchard.
Madison Elizabeth Radke. Connor Nicholas Rakers.
Sia Rajpal.
Blake Rayrog. Elise Yvonne Sobin Reed.
Alyssa Carol Reed.
Maggie Diane Reichler.
Rebecca Ann Richards.
Morgan Kendall Ritchie.
Peyton Ryan Robbins.
Katie Lynn Roberts.
Lucy Claire Roberts.
McKay Richard Roberts.
Trevor John Rodell. Nicole Alexandra Rose.
Benjamin Richard Rosenbach.
Caden Jacob Rotunda. Matthew Charles Russell.
Jordan Jeanette Rose.
Olivia Renee Santana.
Ainsley Lane Rudd.
Andrew Frederick Sargent.
Rhiannon Madison Sacknick.
Madison Elizabeth Schick.
Chase Andrew Santorno. Morgan Claire Saunders.
Hannah Paige Schlody.
Jack Donald Schmidt.
Madeline Marie Schreiber.
Nevin Paul Schwalick.
Liam Michael Schwartz.
McKenna Nicole Seacrest.
Tyler Brian Seeley.
Madison Paige Segrist.
William Allen Sherling. Kayla Jade Sias.
Courtney Lauren Sladovnik.
Michaela Cornelia Slat.
Ashley Nicole Slater.
Ashlyn Elizabeth Smith.
Austin Lloyd Smith.
Cheyenne Sunset Smith.
Ian William Smith.
Joshua David Smith.
Nathaniel Wilson Smith.
Paige Elizabeth Smith.
Samuel Lee Smith.
Elena Marie Spyrick.
Merrick Dean Neil Stenberg.
Logan Deemer Stewart.
Zachary Nathan Stickley.
Zachary Ryan Stuyvesant.
Emily Elizabeth Stobie.
Molly Catherine Sternod.
Lauren Nicole Stuckey.
Riley Kate Sullivan.
Tiare Vaya Sullivan.
Brianna Mary Summerlin.
Mackenzie Ray Sweet.
Cade William Seidel.
Skylar Tong.
Daniel Michael Tate.
Emma Christine Taylor.
Madison K. Taylor.
Joshua Lee Tiki.
Adeline Ivy Thompson.
Christian Richard Tillelli.
Daniel Parker Timmons.
Dallin Jonathan Todd.
Madison Rose Travis.
Jack William Tripp.
Tanner Omar Tripp.
Tristan James Olberg.
Kirsten Kathleen Van Steenvoort.
Alec Austin Van Blarcom.
Jace Patrick Vodrin.
Carla Jasmine Vargas. Ashley Ann Vogt.
Jackson Gregory Warner.
Carson Jeffrey Votava.
Gage Michael Watton.
Noah Daniel Warren.
Andrew Robert Webb.
Jackson Thomas Waffle.
Lane Daniel West.
Caitlin Emma Weed.
Cameron Scott White.
Jared Stephen Whitaker.
Avery Rose Williams.
Aiden Foster Wick.
Ashley McKenna Wise.
Alexa Zoe Workus.
Haley Lauren Wolter.
Christian Jean Wachowski.
Neely Madison Wyatt.
Garrett Lawrence Womack.
Benjamin Michael Woods.
Neely Madison Wyatt.
Haley Marlene Young.
Mitchell Jordan Young.
Jerry Chen Yu.
Brittany Marie Zahn.
Daniel Patrick Zajac.
Jody Kaylin Zedeker.
Noor Aldabas.
Angel Luis Amaro.
Nicholas William Pogar.
Maxwell Joseph Holtz.
Jackson Robert Freeman.
Bryce Matthew Cabusta.
James Vincent Finelli.
Natasha Schlee.
Tyler John Nichols.
Tommy Cash.
Today, during our celebration, we have some students that are not able to be with us in person. At this time, we would like to recognize these students. They are Tia Monet Aubry,
Nicholas Thomas Bedore.
Sienna Marie Blackwell.
Joshua Caleb Burris.
Dustin Thomas Cash.
Billy Coffey.
Ryan Paul Cordova.
Joseph Austin Cox.
Vincent Charles Cruz.
Blake Ashton DeHaas.
Isabella Brooke Dillman.
Drew Power Dorsey.
Darian Tyrell Dow.
Charles DeMarcus Durasso.
Cole Robert Eaton.
Alexander Orion Fenn.
John Albert Fernstrom IV.
Hannah Jane Foster.
Madison Skylar Garcia.
Lance Xavier Garina.
Alexandra Natyuk.
Tegan Grace Hagler. Luke Robert Hansen.
Taryn Paris Henry.
Rory Ireland Hillenbrand.
Julia Elizabeth Jakubowski.
Amber Kayleen Gibson.
Reed Michael Johnson.
Connor Allen Keslin.
Leilani Pauline Kimbrell.
Grace Kong.
Leah Hope Coleman.
Roman Aurelius Ludka.
Shane Hayden Millensifier.
Penita Montique Miller.
Manning Gregory Munster.
Brendan Garrett Novak.
Oliver O'Hara.
Madison Marie Otley.
Alexander Charles Perello.
Gavin Scott Peoples.
Blake Daniel Rayrog. I know. Hannah Lynn Rohrbach.
Natasha Schlee.
Lance Michael Schneider.
Tafari Adam Shambe.
Cameron Riley Smith.
Tristan Cade Smith.
Haley Leanne Straight.
Abigail Elizabeth Taminja.
Blake Nathaniel Titterington.
Darren Howe Tran.
Grace Catherine Walker.
Isaac Ephraim Werner.
Marissa Claire Wetzel.
Kathleen Marie Wright.
Tyler Jason Yoder.
For the last 4 years, we've been students, musicians, and athletes. We've grown into new people and discovered who we are, and found our communities in classrooms, on stage, and out on the bright blue turf.
It has taken us time to find these communities and to discover who we are. In the next chapters of life, we will continue to meet new people and explore our unknown passions. This comes with certainty of the start of our next journeys.
We've learned that there's no one set path we are supposed to take. There's an infinite number, and now is the time for us to begin learning where we are truly meant to be.
It is time to show what we have learned, shape our lives into what we have dreamed they would become, and show our classmates that we did not waste our time at Legend. It is time for the class of 2020 to join the great big world that awaits us and to absolutely thrive at the lives that we've been waiting for.
There's no doubt that there will be choppy waters ahead, but I believe that's something to be excited about. Challenge invites growth, something all of us have learned in our time here together. So I ask each and every one of you to look the future in the eye and say, bring it on.
Legend High School has taught me to look at challenges and to push through them with full force. I've learned to laugh during the hard times and to look back at the good ones. Life doesn't always go the way we expect it, obviously since we're graduating in June, but that doesn't mean that we can just sit down and let it pass us by. We only have 100 years to leave our mark on the rest of the world, and from where I'm standing, we're already 18 years down.
Over the last 4 years, we've begun to know and understand the people sitting around us today, and the last 3 months have brought us closer together than ever before, instilling the importance of creativity into our daily lives.
We've used this creativity to adapt to our unique situation by talking through screens and car windows. Despite the different ending to quite the memorable year, we conquered more and grew closer than ever before.
Legends class of 2020 has so much to be proud of, from record-breaking wish weeks to buzzer-beating rivalry games. Our journey may have been different from most, but we have made it our own.
We have spent today reflecting on our journey over the past 4 years, but the truth is that our journeys are only beginning.
The past 4 years have proven to be full of challenges, but they have also taught us what to do when facing the unknown. Legend has let me discover who I want to be. It has empowered me to embrace change, try something new, and become someone else. Today, tomorrow, and every day is a blank slate. We control our destinies. So just as Legend has allowed us to join different clubs and find new passions, allow yourself to change. Nothing happens as it is supposed to. So embrace this uncertainty. It is our next journey.
I think we can all safely say we are very different people from the freshmen playing Simon Says with Mr. Stroman on orientation day. In our time at Legend, we were pushed to be uncomfortable in new situations. We paved new and better paths for those who will come after us. We all made goals and strived to become better versions of ourselves. And while it wasn't always easy, we are leaving Legend as better students, leaders, friends, and citizens.
In some of our final moments gathered together, take a moment and look to your left and to your right. We have been among each other for the past 12 years. We are one singular class, one group. Thank you to our peers, friends, classmates, for cheering with us, failing with us, and succeeding with us. For the past 4 years, we've been in the same classes, on the same sports teams, walking through the same hallways. We could not have made it to this point without the undying support from one another.
As we have come to the end of our journey, maybe more eventfully than expected, we have been able to reflect on the past 12 years. From the beginning of our journey to today, we have built unbreakable bonds within the Legend community. We have persevered through unprecedented circumstances, and we have created unforgettable memories of getting rowdy in the Coliseum.
The people sitting next to you are no longer just friends and classmates, but they are graduates. The past 4 years have meant more than just some time spent inside of some brick walls. We have sat here together through championships, regrettable trends, and even quarantines.
Remember the times you have spent at Legend. Cherish the people you have met in the last years. Never forget the journey that started many years ago and led us to today. Because today, and always, we are Titans. Graduates, please stand. And join us in turning the tassel from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2020!
It's been a long day without you, my friend.